Well, I have something that can only make Adam's blood pressure worse.
Oh, come on. We're winding down here. Come on.
This is a
be
single
careful
image.
with the old man. He could get a heart attack.
Yeah. Well, Disney and Lucasfilm have put out the first look at the Ahsoka series.
Oh, I debated doing this. If you're going to bring it up, let's do it. All right, fine. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's
Hold on, I need more alcohol.
No, this if we're doing this, we get to it. I mean, if we're doing this, then we have to properly get into this.
We don't serve their kind here.
Fade in, fade in.
Fade in, fade in.
This is dumb. This is so dumb because what they're going to do, what the premise is, I understand it. I read this today. The premise is Ahsoka's going to be in the world of in-between, where the f*** they call it, and she's going to be looking at alternate versions of her history, trying to understand that destiny is destiny. You can't avoid it. They have a version, and this should make every single actual Star Wars fan pissed off. Even on top of everything they've done, they have a version of her history they're going to push where it was her against Anakin on Mustafar instead of Obi-Wan.
She would have got her ass handed to her.
Yeah, she was
soundly.
Because
she was good at jumping and doing all those aerial attacks, but
Jet,
no.
let me ask you, because you know this. In her fight against Maul, did she dominate Maul in that final fight? No. And
she barely held her ground. Like, technically, she lost the fight. Like, from a swordsman's perspective, she just outsmarted him.
Maul is significantly weaker than Anakin at this stage. Significant, because Anakin took out Dooku at the beginning of the movie, and Dooku was far stronger than Maul was.
And this is a shell of Maul, who hasn't been practicing in over 10 years. And doesn't have his legs.
Yeah, he's been prisoner since he's been held prisoner for a while, and so so this is Anakin.
This is peak Anakin.
Yeah, I mean he may be a Darth, but he's not even a full Sith Lord yet at this point. He's not even full Sith Lord. He's just he has been given the title Darth by Palpatine, but he's not even a Sith. Eyes. He can go Sith eyes, but he hasn't had time to learn the Sith arts yet. But he's still he's one of the strongest forces out there. His swordsmanship is top tier. She's gonna beat Anakin.
No, never in a million years.
No, Obi-Wan barely beats him because Obi-Wan only has the experience factor
and the high ground.
I was holding off. I was holding off on making that joke, but yes, the high ground.
Well, they already had her beat him in Rebels, basically. That was retarded enough.
That's Vader. No. That's peak Vader right there too.
No, she died to Vader and he walked away. You know that's canon.
Fell on him.
Listen, we don't go any further. Nothing else happened.
That whole thing is bullshit anyway. It's Disney, Star Wars. Point is to have even the concept that Ahsoka beats Anakin on Mustafar when he is juiced.
Time travel.
I know. It's just this whole thing is like, oh, she's gonna go to different points and no, and it's gonna be different actresses, not just Rosario Dawson. Oh, doesn't matter.
I'll take what is bad writing for 1,000, Dead Alex.
I prefer the idea of her hunting down Ezra. I literally
she's gonna steal his mojo too and kill Thrawn apparently.
Yeah, Ezra is in the show. They've cast him, and Thrawn is the villain. Yeah, they're doing the Thrawn trilogy with her as Luke.
Yeah,
and Ezra's.
They teased that a year ago. I did a story on that a year ago that they were going to do this.
I knew they were going to do that, but I thought the idea was she was going to be hunting down Ezra to help out against Thrawn, and Ezra was going to be the Dark Jedi.
That's what they were setting up in Mandalorian season 2.
Thrawn is not a villain.
Merry Christmas, Alex May.
I'm afraid of what they're going to portray Sabine as, because Sabine's in the show as well. They're going to... She already looks like a woke, wet dream. I can't imagine what she's going to look like in live action.
But Andor saved Disney Star Wars! Because it's so gritty and realistic!
No. No,
This
sad.
is Star Wars.
What is with this thing at the end of her headdress thing she's got? These weird little bulbs.
Those are her
It's-
ears.
No, that's a circlet she's wearing there. That's
That's
a
a
circlet.
turd.
Isn't that?
Yeah, I don't
isn't it
remember
sort of-
there being giant
that's-
I
brown
don't know.
things for her ears.
I don't know. This
No,
is
she has those. I could have swore they have those weird like horn things for ears.
no. Those are Twi'leks. Those are female
No,
Twi'leks.
but I think her race does as well.
no.
Tarugas?
Togruta do not have that. No, Togruta don't have that.
No, you're right. They have ears. No,
Togruta don't have the thing though. Twi'lek females have points. Male Twi'leks have ears and
also sharp teeth.
And the Lucasfilm expert didn't know that. The Star Wars expert that Lucasfilm has didn't know that.
yeah.
This is doomed.
This make it happen. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm done.
I don't want them to ruin Ahsoka. They've tried.
She was
so
already ruined. She was already ruined.
ruined.
You knew it. She was already ruined.
When she's better than Luke Skywalker, she's ruined.
Yeah, there's 7 seasons of Clone Wars and no other appearances of Ahsoka ever.
I will.
I can
will
do
add
that.
on
And
the
she
Rebel.
dies. She doesn't die in 66. She dies later on.
She dies at the temple.
We don't even go that far. That's still Rebels. I don't even go that far. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Yeah, Rebels had a good scene in a terrible show.
Yeah.
I will
Like,
take
she
that.
dies-
Though.
Yeah,
Vader, I
that's-
would say let's just take that concept and Vader hunts her down at a later point. I will
Yes.
take that concept.
We will take
she
that
doesn't die in
concept.
66, but she dies in the Purge.
Well, yeah, like whatchamacallit, at the end of season 7, he finds where the destroyer crashed
Yeah.
and finds her lightsaber, and that's him picking up the trail. And within a few months, hunts her down, kills her.
Yeah. He kills her in the Purge. I am perfectly okay with that because she should die. Because it doesn't make sense if you get to A New Hope and you try and have she's retconned into the Clone Wars because of the movies. She's retconned in because of the movie, because of the show and the movies. They don't quite fit at certain ways, but you really can't have her existing in New Hope without her being involved.
Yeah.
So, or at very least without showing up in Empire at the very least. So
This is coming from someone whose favorite Star Wars character is Ahsoka.
Yeah.
She needs to fucking die before New Hope. And Rebels is too far on. Like the Purge, it needed to be within a year or two of Revenge of the Sith. That's coming from someone who loves Ahsoka.
This
and we're
is
talking
Disney, Chad.
We're talking
Disney.
actual Purge, like Vader
There's
and
too
the
many
501st.
surviving Jedi.
Yeah.
New Hope,
Yeah.
it
There's
should be
what, 7
Obi-Wan
total?
and Yoda.
And it's just
That's it.
And a couple of there could be a couple of
Yeah, there should be 7 total.
Yeah, but I mean, the Purge is just Vader and the 501st. That's
Yeah,
it. There
my-
are no Inquisitors.
My
That's
favorite-
why it makes it badass. Vader's the tip of the spear, and he has legions of stormtroopers behind him.
Yeah,
My
imagine
favorite
Jedi
Cal
dies in the
Kestis.
Purge.
Cal
One at a time.
Kestis versus Vader,
Yeah.
nothing. Cade Bane or no, not Cade
Cad
Bane.
Bane. No,
Cad
Cad Bane.
Bane.
No. Caleb. That's his name, not Cad.
Oh,
From Rebels, the guy who trains Ezra, he ain't doing shit against him. I just want to see Vader wreck shit.
that's all anybody wanted to see. Vader
But
wrecking
then we got
shit.
Inquisitors instead. Much as
Ugh.
I like Jedi Fallen Order, no Inquisitors.
Yeah, just Vader and legions of stormtroopers mowing shit down. That's what made it. That's in the real lore. That's what makes it so powerful that he hunted down every Jedi he could find, and he did it himself. That's what makes it so powerful that he did it himself. That his rage and anger at the Jedi, he took it out on each and every one of them. That's what makes it powerful. That's what makes it Vader.
And that's what makes him letting Luke live so powerful too.
Yeah. Because that's that little part of Anakin that still is inside Vader that hates what he's become.
He's the tragic hero.
And Luke manages to fan it, and at the last second, he is redeemed when he does what he should have done in the beginning and stopped Palpatine instead of. And we can say that you can go full retcons there. He should have helped Mace Windu stop Palpatine instead of stopping Mace Windu. He does what he should have done originally and stop Palpatine's rise to power. That's why it is powerful right there. And he
Came
says
down
no,
to
takes
one moment. One moment. The Mace
Cause and
Windu
effect.
fight.
cause and effect. That one moment changes the course of history.
Other than Anakin, my other favorite Jedi died in 66, Plo Koon.
Plo Koon died, and Plo Koon dies such a bitch way too. Just
And
gets
he's such
shot
a
down.
he's such a badass Jedi.
Died
He
in such
loved
a
his men. That's
I
why
love in
when you
Clone Wars.
combine Clone Wars with Order 66, that actually hurts.
Mm-hmm.
and it's
That
such
becomes a painful
and it's,
moment.
yeah, because it's such like I said, it's a bitch way to die.
Well,
Getting shot down and not even realizing it's happening.
Well,
I love that Clone Wars episode that you're talking about, Jeremy, where
Mhm.
he set adrift with his clones, and they're
Mhm.
like, "Go on, sir. We're disposable. We don't mean anything." And it's like, "Not to me."
yeah, and he has a connection to Ahsoka. He actually gets development and stuff, and I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
he gets development in the
Him
EU.
and Kit Fisto
But
get a lot in Clone Wars.
yeah, when you see him in the 66, when they fall back behind him, I don't think he's aware of it. I don't think he thinks about it. These are just his men. These are his brothers in arms. He cares about them because several of the not all the Jedi just viewed them as
Yeah.
pawns to an end. He actually cared about his men. And when they fell behind him, I don't think he was thinking about it. And you see him get shot down, it breaks your heart.
Mm-hmm.
When you
I
see
agree.
all of them
The
die after
Purge,
that.
the Order 66 breaks your heart. It all breaks your heart as you
Mhm.
watch these Jedi get mowed down, and then you take it far. You think of the Purge. It's just it hurts. You watch the
Yeah.
massacre at the temple, the real massacre, not what they shoehorned in Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Well, besides the Blade of Mortis, I think one of the best parts of Clone Wars was when Rex has to turn on that one Jedi who is like turning the clones against each other, making them kill each other. That one is powerful, and it's like the one time the clones should have been killing a Jedi. It's the one episode where
Because that Jedi was treating them as nothing more than droids. That he was treating them for the way they were being made and not the way the Jedi were actually treating them. So he was just
and he
saying
made them all kill each other.
yeah.
Now, see,
Dude, that was a great one.
See, but
Should we be surprised?
that was
This
still
is
Star
Disney.
Wars. That was still Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't. This is before the dark
I'm
times. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therennerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.